Okay, so today I'm going to show you just how to draw a landscape that features the Egyptian pyramids. So I've already drawn it on my paper very lightly with pencil. You can kind of see it. And I'm just going to go over it with Sharpie here on the camera. You should definitely be doing this with pencil first. Do not start with Sharpie. Okay, so we will start by creating a diagonal line. A diagonal line means it's slanted. So it is straight, but it's tilting. And then we make another diagonal line going this way. So it's going to look like the top of a triangle, just like the pyramids. And then you want to go back to the top and make another diagonal line that kind of scooches out a little bit more onto this side. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to start here instead of it near the bottom, because I want these pyramids to look like one is in front of another. So I do the same thing, and then I draw that third diagonal line on the side, like that. And then we do it one more time. Okay, so I did not draw any bottoms to these pyramids because we're going to make like a line of sand. So I'm going to start over here, and sand line, you want that to be a little wavy. So something like that. Now notice I just made a little line there. Then I'm going to make another line that's wavy. And this one I started at the bottom and it kind of scooped up like that. And I'm just going to kind of keep making lines like that. Okay, so it looks more like sand. It doesn't look like straight ground. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to make another wavy line. I'm going to start here at the side, and this is going to be a big one, and it's going to kind of come down a little bit like this. Okay? Okay, and I'm going to make some camel that are walking through the sand. So to do that, let me zoom in a little bit. You don't have to do this part. It's just something I wanted to do. Let me make this a little longer. So you're going to make a straight line, come down, and then you kind of make a triangle top, but you don't want the triangle top to be too pointy. You want it to look like a camel hump. And then you just come around. So it's a triangle but with soft edges. And then make two straight lines, and then one bent line. And that's going to be our little camel. It's a very simple drawing. We're not putting in all the details there. And I'm going to color this in all black. Alright, next step is we need to make the lines on the pyramids. So I'll start over here with this one. You want to make horizontal, that means side to side straight lines across your pyramid. And then on this little side here, we want to make diagonal straight lines. So, but they want to be touching this line. So watch what I do. It's going to go up this way, this way, this way, this way, up that way. Okay? And this is going to be the side of our pyramid. This is the front of our pyramid. So do that on all of the pyramids that you drew. And you don't want to make these too close together or too spread out. You have to find that happy medium place. Now, to make these look like they're made out of stone, what we're going to do is we're going to draw some vertical straight lines. So vertical means up and down, top to bottom. Okay, so I'm going to skip the top part and I'm going to go to this second section, and I'm going to make a vertical line right about there. And then I'm going to skip this section and do it here, skip, here. And then go over a little bit and do the same thing. Boop, boop, boop. Now here at the bottom I have more space, so I'm going to make a few more lines. And on this one I'll make another one. Okay, just like that. Now, in between, your vertical lines are going to go in between these two. Okay, so kind of watch what I do here. So here and here. And then I'm going to come over here and here and here. So I'm going to do it on these two as well. Okay, so here's the basic drawing, and you don't have to do this, but I'm going to draw a big old sun in the background. You can make a big sun here in the corner. Try not to put it up in this corner, like draw an actual big sun. But my sun is going to be huge, and it's going to look like it's setting behind the pyramids, like that. Okay, all right. So now let's get some things to color. Okay, so for the pyramids, they are kind of like the color of sand, but we have to kind of make a difference here between the sand and the pyramids. They're slightly different. So I'm actually going to use a combination of colors here, and I'm going to pick all these warm colors, these oranges, these yellows, tans, maybe even some reds. And I am going to color this in. So I'm going to start here with the pyramids. I'm going to start with yellow, actually, and I am just going to color the front part of the triangles. Alright, so there we go, and then I'm going to put a little bit of this light orange on there as well. So I'm layering colors, and maybe if you want to just do it all with a little bit more orange, or you could make some of these pieces of stone, color them in with the orange, so some of them look a little darker than others. That would be nice. That would be very natural looking. So I've layered that. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a brown kind of color, and I am going to color the sides of the pyramid, because those are going to be a little in shadow. So that's why I'm picking a darker color. Okay, now for the sand, I am going to pick a sandy color of crayon, and I'm going to go around my Sharpie marks first, and I'm going to press hard with my crayon. So it shows up a little darker against the black line, and even down here, the sand line that the camels are on, I'm going to go over that. And then I'm going to press a little lighter to color that all in. Now, do not color like this and say you're done. No, 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 no. Good art takes time. Color it in little sections at a time, and make sure each section is beautiful. So I'm still kind of working in big strokes, but I'm not going all the way across the paper, making it look scribbly. I don't like scribbles. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is we are going to paint our sky. So we're going to do watercolor paints for our sky. So you need to get your brush wet, and you need to get your paint wet. So I'm going to start here with the sun, and I'm just going to paint this yellow. And go really slow around your edges so you don't get it accidentally inside the pyramids. Now if your sun is smaller, then you would just paint the smaller sun. Around my sun, I'm going to kind of blend colors. So I'm going to start with yellow, and I'm going to do a little bit of yellow on the outside of the sun line. And I'm just going to work on this part over here first to show you. So do a little bit of yellow. Then I'm going to go to an orange. So this lighter orange. And I'm going to put it a little bit inside the yellow and then kind of come out a little bit. So they blend together. So the orange and yellow are mingling together like they're buddies. Okay, and then I will go to And then I will go to a darker orange and let that blend with the lighter orange a little bit, and then move that out near the edge of the paper. So it looks something like that, okay? So I'm going to rinse my brush, now I'm going to do the other section. So I start with yellow. Now up here I'm not going to get very far. So I'll probably just get some yellow and a little bit of that lighter orange up in here. I won't be able to get the red. Okay. Over here I'll start with yellow. Lighter orange. Let it blend with the yellow a little bit. See how I kind of wiggle my brush just a little bit. I'm not being mean to my brush. I'm still being very nice and gentle with it, but I'm just wiggling it so the colors blend together. Alright, now you guys make sure you use a placemat. Miss Sauer's being bad, I didn't use a placemat here. And now it's getting on my table. So I'm just going back to make some of this a little darker. Okay, and now I have a beautiful Egyptian landscape, all complete, showing the Egyptian pyramids. And we used a mix of our media. We used crayons and paint. And it looks very, very pretty.